Here we are going to put in all the components we built on our previous tutorial together and build our welcome to app. So this screen, we are going to build this screen on this tutorial. So let's look at the screen, and you can see here this is a vector image, and we are going to export that. That's how it is, and I will group this to and export that. And I'll export it as what should we call it? I think just call it discourse. And no, it shouldn't be as an SVG. This should be, let's call it discourse, and we change the format to a PNG. So this is going to be a PNG, and I'll export that. And what else we are going to export is the food logo, and this is going to be called logo. I think this is already called logo, and I'm going to export that. So let's go to where this is being exported so we can add that to our asset here. So in our asset here, we'll just add it in the image, and as well this is all image, so let's add it on our image. So I'm going to reveal our image folder in the finder here, and as well I'm going to open where our project is, and our project is here, and we have the design, and here you can see the logo. I'll just drag it here. You can see the discourse. I'll also drag it here, and I'm going to paste all of this into the icons folder. And here in the icons folder, you can see we have new icons here. You can see this, and you can also see this as well. So I'm going to go to our prospect YAML file, and you can see that we have already called those, and parts here. So icons parts, so we just need to create a reference to that and use it. So here in our constant folder, we are going to create something we call image parts. So let's call it that way, and we are going to create a class, and we'll call this image parts class. This is going to be image parts, and we are going to have some static const string, and this is going to be the part of that image, and this is going to be assets / images. Okay, we oh my god, this is what we did. We should add this to the images instead, and not the icons. Let's go back, and let me do this. I hope you guys can see this images, and here in the images we'll just get the discourse.png, and it comes out. You can see we can preview that, and we'll get the other one that is logo, and here we'll just call it logo. We'll call this discourse, and we'll just give it a type here, and this is going to be a string, and this is also going to be a string. And what next we are going to do is we are going to create a screen called we are going to create a new screen called we're going to call it onboard. So here in our screens, we are going to call these screens onboard, and in this screen we are going to have file called onboard, and here in this file is going to be onboard.dat. Let's just call it onboard view, and I'm going to save that, and here we'll just create a stateless widget and call this onboard view, and I'm going to import the Flutter package, that is the material package, and here we can, and I'll just remove this. You can see that we have this onboard view, and I'll go back to our main here and clean our main up. So I'll just clean this up, and you can see that we have this, and I'm going to import the onboard view here and clean all of this up. And the next here we are going to have is the app scaffold. So this is our app scaffold we previously built on our previous tutorial, and here you can see that things that we have here are on a stack. So we are going to use this stack widget. Now what the stack widget does is going to stack things upon themselves, just like what we have here. We just stack here, we take this to the front, like let's bring this forward. So that's what the stack widget is going to do. So that's what we are going to use the stack here for. So let's use the stack widget, and we are going to wrap this stack widget around a safe area. So this safe area is going to make, we are not going to tamper with anything above this status bar here. So that's what it's going to do. And here we are going to pass in a children of widgets, and here in the children of widgets, what we are going to also do here is we are going to do something here. Is the, let's call in the amoeba paint here. Let's see if that will get painted. As you can see, it's been painted. And the next is going to be the oval paint. Let's see. So just take this back, and you can see that we have gotten the look of this. So you can see our app is all coming up. And the next thing we are going to do is using a column. So this is going to be the first, which this vector image, and the second is going to be the footer here, and the third is going to be this text, and we are going to have these buttons here. So let's use a column for that, and this is going to be a column widget. And in this widget we are going to have a children, that means list of children widget, and we are going to have, first we are going to use the image dot assets, and we are going to request this from the image part, and from here we'll get the discourse, and we'll run that, and we'll see how this is. You can see we have gotten the discourse. Here, and what we need to do is for us to center this. Let's see if we can center this and center, or we can use the center widget here. Okay, it's all centered now. And the next thing we need to do here is to have our icon, which is the footer, which is from this. We'll have it as logo, and we should center this. Yeah, you can see this, it's centered here. So what we'll do, we use size box, and we use height. And here, in this height, we are going to use element spacing. Let's see that element spacing. So element spacing is divided by this. So what we are going to do here next is we are going to have this text, welcome to food delivery, and here we are going to have a text called welcome to, let's see, food delivery. And here we are going to have it a style, and this we are going to give theme of context, and we are going to get the text theme, and we are going to get the subtitle one for this. And let's see, okay, let's get header for this, header 4. Let's get header 4 for this, and I think this is not big enough, and we should also reduce this. Let's reduce this to 24. Let's reduce the card padding to 24. Okay, and as well make this smaller as well, the height of the discuss image, and let's make it 400. Okay, or let's leave it at 350. Okay, let's leave it at 400. Okay, it's coming up, and let's leave this at header 2. Let's see how this is going to look. And what we are going to do here, we are going to do something here. We are going to create a column inside this column, and we have a padding for this, or we might have something like a size box, and here we just specify the width, and from our app theme here we can just get size and get the width and divide that by 8%. We get the 8%, or let's try something like the 6% of it, and we can get it to be this way. Welcome to food delivery. Let's see if we can just do it this way, and we can do one thing here. Let's do one thing here, text align, and we'll do text align to center, and you can see this. And we can just do one more thing here. We change the color of our text. Now the color of our text is going to be from our theme, and that will be our theme orange, and I've gotten this orange. And this should, we need to have at least, let's have some spacing here, and this is going to be half of that. And the next we are going to do, I think this doesn't have a lot of height, we should just keep the height at 0, not 0, and let's keep it at 1. Yeah, 1 is okay. And what else we are going to do here is get our we get our buttons. So the things we are going to do here, we are going to get our buttons, and this is called footer button, and we are going to get it as sign in, and as well we get the on tap callback, and this is going to be to sign in, and what else is that, sign up, and we save. And we have that default behavior of the button, and we are going to have an height here, and you can see the height. And let's give out the color of this. We are going to pass in just a single color of this, which is going to be dark blue, and we save that, and we have that dark blue, and this is going to be a const as well. And here we are going to give in some height as well here, and this is going to be here. Save that. So you can see it's all coming up, I think we need to change this to at least 18. Let's bring this down. Let's bring this down, and so we can just have things like this as card padding, and we have card padding, and we can just have this, and we can also have just singular of this, and just keep it this way. So you can see that we have achieved that this particular screen. So on our next lesson, we are going to keep achieving screens like this, and yeah, and start working on the functionalities. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe.